The Fox and the Golden Feather. Have you ever wondered what happens when someone finds a treasure but chooses to share it instead of keeping it all? This is the story of a clever fox, a golden feather, and a lesson that changed an entire forest. Long ago, in a quiet woodland filled with whispering trees and sparkling streams, there lived a fox named Ramai. Ramai was clever and quick. His paws moved silently on the forest floor, and his amber eyes always seemed to notice what others missed. Some animals thought he was tricky, for foxes are often seen as sly, but deep in his heart, Ramai longed for something greater than outsmarting others. He wanted to be remembered for more than just cleverness. One crisp autumn morning, as golden leaves floated gently to the ground, Ramai padded along the riverbank searching for food. Suddenly, a glimmer caught his eye. At first he thought it was sunlight dancing on the water, but as he drew closer, he saw it lying in the grass, a feather unlike any he had ever seen. It shimmered with a golden glow, brighter than fire, yet soft as silk. When Ramai touched it with his paw, warmth spread through his body. He lifted it gently, marveling at its beauty. "This cannot be an ordinary feather," he whispered. "Perhaps it belongs to a bird from the heavens." His mind raced. He could keep it hidden, guard it as his own, and the other animals would envy him. He imagined standing tall, admired by all. Yet as he held the feather, he felt something unusual, a whisper, like a gentle breeze in his ears. It seemed to say, "Good things are meant to be shared." Ramai paused. Could a feather truly speak? Or was it his own heart reminding him of something he had long forgotten? That evening, Ramai called the animals of the forest to gather in the clearing beneath the old oak tree. The deer came with cautious steps, the rabbits peered out from the bush, the birds perched on low branches, and even the wise old owl flapped silently down. When the animals saw the glowing feather in Rami's paws, gasps filled the clearing. The rabbits whispered, "It must be magic." The deer bowed their heads, for they sensed its power. Even the owl's ancient eyes widened in wonder. "Friends," Ramai began, his voice steady, "I found this feather by the river. At first I thought of keeping it for myself, but the more I held it, the more I felt it does not belong to one. It belongs to all of us. Together we must find its purpose." The animals exchanged nervous glances. They feared that such a treasure might bring quarrels. Yet Rami's tone was gentle and his eyes were kind. The wise owl spoke at last. "Let us place the feather at the heart of the forest, where all can share its light." So the animals worked side by side. The birds brought twigs, the deer carried leaves, the rabbits dug the soil smooth, and the fox guided them all. At last, in the very center of the forest, they built a nest of branches and moss. Ramai placed the golden feather gently within it. That night, something wondrous happened. The feather glowed brighter than ever, casting rays of light through the trees. The forest sparkled as though covered in starlight. The river shimmered silver, the leaves glowed green, and even the smallest insects danced in the warmth. The animals sat together in silence, their hearts filled with peace. For the first time, there was no fear, no jealousy, only unity. Days passed, and the golden feather remained in the clearing. Whenever disputes arose, the animals gathered before it. Its light reminded them of Rami's choice to share, and their quarrels softened. Slowly, the forest became a place of harmony. The strong helped the weak, the swift waited for the slow, and no one hoarded more than they needed. As for Ramai, he no longer felt the need to prove his cleverness through tricks. The animals respected him not for cunning, but for his wisdom and his willingness to share. He walked proudly among them, no longer a sly fox, but a leader whose kindness had bound the forest together. On quiet nights, when the moon rose high and the stars twinkled above, the animals would gather around the glowing feather. They told stories, sang songs, and reminded their children, "This light shines because one fox chose to share." And Ramai, gazing at the golden glow, finally understood. The greatest treasures are not those we keep, but those we give. Children, remember this. True treasure is not in what we hold for ourselves, but in what we share with others. Kindness, like a golden feather, glows brightest when it is given freely.